Hey Cancer! Welcome to your April Aries season reading. I hope you guys are staying safe and staying healthy. Sending you guys my love during this crazy time. Just a heads up, this is going to be a general reading for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Because it's general, take what resonates. If you resonate with the whole message, great. If you only resonate with parts of it, that's great too. Just don't try to force it. Just as a heads up, this is going to be a general guidance reading, but some of the readings have had some romance things come through, so just throwing it out there. You know, take the message as it resonates. So some of you it may be personal, some of you it may be romantic. Go with how it is. I do plan to do a separate love reading anyway, but it seems to be a hot item for some people. Alright? Oh, as I say that, first card out, 5 of Cups. Alright, so Cancers. Might be a little bit in our feels. Might still be feeling like we've lost something. Might be feeling a little lonely, even though that's a little more 5 of Pentacles, but there's definitely a there's definitely a kind of solemn, solitary sense of lack with the 5 of Cups. Spirit, you're funny. Love. Okay, let's start with these 3. We're gonna get some more, don't worry. So, might be some perceived lack, might be feeling, oh, I can't see my friends, I can't connect with my support group because I have to stay home, or we have to be social distancing, or whatever. You know, however that's playing out. But some of you may feel like something has been lost. It could even be work. Maybe something happened at work because of this whole situation. Very next card, 6 of Pentacles. Beautiful energy, beautiful card. I will say Gemini's also got this card, so if you are a Cancer on the cusp, on the Gemini cusp, so if you're born, you know, the first couple days of Cancer season, might be worth checking out the Gemini reading. It was actually super positive. So some of you may have some of that energy in there, so I will say having this card pop up, if you're that beginning cusp Cancer, go check it out. But what this tells me, even though there may be a perceived loss, perceived lack, we might be in our feels and, you know, being a little boohoo about it, there's no reason to be. We're still in this same flow, right? And, you know, and I'm a double Cancer, so, you know, whatever I say to you, I'm kind of saying to myself at the same time. And I can say for my own self, there are times where I could be in a fine situation, like no one's mad at me, no one's hurt, you know, it's perfectly acceptable, it's a fine thing. But my imagination will just picture the worst case scenario, picture a bad scenario, and then I start running with it, and then I start feeling it, and then I'm just all kinds of like habut about it. And, you know, it's not even a real thing. Like, I got super mad and had this whole pretend argument in my head, you know, with someone who's not even feeling the way they were feeling in my argument, right? That's kind of what's going on here. You know, there may be some narrative, you know, because we feel we should feel this way, or we should feel blah-da-da-da-da, or could feel that way. And those feelings just get a little too strong and they run away with us sometimes, right? This 6 of Pentacles tells me that's not the case. Like, whatever you're feeling, that's not real. You're doing fine, you're in the flow. You know, if you need a little something, reach out, it'll be there for you, which is a beautiful thing. So don't let yourself fall into this 5 of Cups. And I think even, turn so I can see it. Yeah, you can even kind of see, like, I think it's just supposed to be like ripples, and it's like the reflection, but it's almost like the pool looks like a little well, right? Like you could just kind of fall and get lost in it. You can kind of even see it's almost like pulling her in, right? So it's that, like, don't let yourself get caught in that spiral. That's a place you don't want to go. That's going to lead you to some dark stuff. So I get it's there. You know, and as a Cancer, you know, we process our emotions. We probably process all the emotions in the room that have ever existed. That's fine. Not a bad thing. It's super handy in some situations. In this one, we just need to know what is ours and what is imaginary. Don't fall for the imaginary stuff, because you are in a good place. You are receiving blessings. There is support out there if you're looking for it. Oh my God, perfect. Queen of Swords. Yes, this is that voice that tells you, you know, you don't belong in there. You know you don't need to go there. Stop being an idiot. Like, just get back over here. Get back. Like, oh my God. There's such a strong level of discernment. And it is kind of a cold energy, and that's kind of, I almost want to say that's kind of what you need to be doing with yourself. Like, buck up, you're fine, you're good, the people you care about are good, you're in a position where you can take care of them, provide for them, support them if they need it. You know, it's that voice. Like, it's a little stern, but you kind of have to do that to yourself. To me, this is kind of an energy that you're reflecting back to you. That kind of like, you know, buck up. Like, you don't need to be all woohoo about it, you know. I want to say it in like a nice way without being just be like, stop crying, meh, 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 meh. You know, like, it's because it's not about stop crying. It's just, you know, if you have a genuine reason to cry, there's nothing wrong with crying. But it's that discernment to know what is truly yours and what is just that, you know, that little voice we listen to that gets us in all kinds of trouble. This is that little voice. All right? This is that little voice. You are separate from the little voice. One thing that I heard from a reader that I've... Ooh, look at that. Thank you, Spirit, for that. One thing that I heard from a reader who I love, like I absolutely love her, that has kind of always stuck with me. And she actually wasn't talking about it in a reading. She was talking about in regards to... It feels kind of shady to say this, but like, you know, to kind of see if someone is like legit or just kind of like blowing smoke up your butt. One thing that she kind of always pointed out was like, if they're like, I hear, or they told me, or they you know, it was like they said something, you know, like if it was another voice giving her this message. And I'm just using her as a general thing, like it's like if you're hearing, if you're listening to the message, that message isn't coming from you, right? If you're hearing someone tell you you're sad, you're probably not really sad because that's not coming from you. So it's that same kind of thing. Like, if you're reacting to an external cue that's making you feel a certain way, but if you think about it and that cue wasn't there, is that truly how you feel? It's kind of that energy. Like, if the illusion is telling you you should be sad, or telling you that you should feel certain, you know, be upset about the situation, whatever it is, then that feeling doesn't belong to you. Now, does that mean that it's not your feeling? No, it totally could be. But I'm just saying, if the only person saying you're sad is the voice and not you, you don't need to act this way, right? Because you are already in the flow. You're already connected. I want to get one more card, Spirit. One more. And then we'll talk about this top row, because, oh, does this clarify? And ooh, do I want these? No, that's way too much now that I'm looking at it. Okay, maybe we need to talk about these two before we get our last one. We'll do that first. All right. So I kept them reversed just to kind of keep it a surprise. But look at this, 8 of Pentacles. And I do think it's fun because it fell in the middle at first, right? There's also an 8 or an infinity in the 6, right? You can kind of, I don't know if I can do this backwards because I'm looking in the, the viewfinder on the camera. But, so you have the 8 of Pentacles, which is, I always jokingly call it the mind your business card, right? Because it is. It's about putting your nose to the grindstone, doing your work. Don't get caught up in the emotions. Same thing with the Queen of Swords. Like, man, let go of that. Like, that's not helping anyone. It's definitely not helping you. Like, you got stuff to do. You got to handle your business. You got to take care of your people. Whatever it is. That 8 of Pentacles is like, you're fine. You got this. You have all the tools you need. You have the resources. Get to work. Go do what you need to do. And then you got the 4 of Swords. Did pop up in reverse. So the 4 of Swords upright is about rest, recovery, healing. Now, I don't think that since it came up reverse, I don't think it's like, oh, now you're going to be stressed and anxious and da-da-da-da. But I do think where one side talks about, you know, going within and retreating, this is not the time to retreat, Cancer. It's not. And I will say this on... Honestly, I think this is kind of coming through on a very personal level, Cancer, because a lot of what we've been talking about has kind of been dealing with, you know, your own inner demons and things. In your own internal space, mental space, emotional space, all that kind of stuff. This is a wonderful time for you to do your own projects, right? You know, because Cancers, a lot of times if this is like a business thing or a work thing, a lot of times we can be shy and hold back and kind of stick to the sidelines. We like to skitter, you know, against the wall versus be in the spotlight. You know, if this is a social thing, you know, we tend to want to be there to support others. And again, we take the back seat or the supportive role. You know, now that all those other obligations, people, you know, whatever it is, you know, now that we've kind of been isolated and now it's kind of just you, or if not just you, a much smaller group than before, this gives you a window to kind of do the things for you, to do your work, right? Because in the Eight of Pentacles, we're not doing someone else's to-do list, we're doing our own. So for some of you, yes, this could be, you know, maybe, you know, you've got some extra tasks that now you can catch up on in your work, that's great. For some of you, I do think this is about doing something that truly is just yours, right? Something that maybe you've wanted to do or wanted to have time to do and it never seemed to be there. Or, you know, you agree to do so many other things, but the time you get time to do your own stuff, you kind of just, you know, this is a time to course correct. This is a time to redirect. This is a time to reprioritize. This is not the time to be tucking away, right? So if you need to kind of like have a moment and take a breather, that's fine. But don't be there for 3 days. Like, get up. This is a wonderful time for you to do some work. If you can kind of just buckle down and get to it. Okay, even if you just do it in baby steps. You know, say you have a little project, say you've got like a list of 20 things to do. Do 2 a day, right? In a week and a half, you'll be done. That's kind of what is going on. I saw you. There you are. I was like, I saw you flip. I know it happened. 6 of Swords, bottom of the deck. Moving on, things getting easier, things getting smoother, right? And it's funny. Temperance, that stack that flipped, right? Temperance was on the top of that card. I saw this already. I kind of knew she was going to come back, or he was going to come back. But Temperance, so is the card of Sagittarius. So some of you might be dealing with a Sagittarius out there. Not necessary, could be happening. But Temperance is that fusion, right? It's the mixing, right? It's kind of throwing all the things in the pot, you know, and it just needs a little time to stew as all the elements come together, right? Your moment is coming, Cancer. It's almost there. Like, don't stop. Don't turn the heat off yet. It's got to cook just a little bit longer, right? Or we just got to put in those last 2 ingredients. Like, oh, this is that fusion. This is that mixing. Now you've got the time to do the cooking, okay? Beautiful, 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 beautiful. But again, it's talking about divine timing. It's talking about divine intervention. This is a window that has been given to you to work on whatever this is. You know, for some of you, and I think for most of you, this is, you know, kind of task stuff. Like it is things for you to do on a checklist. Like, you know, trying to get your own, you know, entrepreneurial thing off the ground. Trying to, you know, reorganize a certain part of your life. Whatever it is, building, you know, this relationship, whatever it is, like really whatever it is. This is a window of time that's been given to you to make that happen, to give you the time and the space to make that happen. For some of you, it totally could be healing. This could be a time for healing. But this isn't a passive healing where, you know, you just kind of sit and, you know, one day you're just going to wake up and be like, haha, this is something you need to process. This is something you need to actively engage in. And for some of you, that may be, you know, passive activities, maybe like it's meditation and Reiki and things like that. Like, I'm not ruling all of those things out. But you have to make the conscious decision and act on it to participate in those things or to receive that healing, or, you know, fill in the blanks however you must. But there is action that needs to be taken. And with the 6 of Pentacles, the action will be available, or the whatever it is will be available. Whether you have the resources, you have the time, you know, you have the support to make it happen, or the right people to make it happen. It's there for you. You need to do it. You need to be active, right? There's no more, I'm going to curl up and just hopefully wake up when it's all over. Like, no, you need to get up and stir this pot, okay? You know, it's like oh, no, there we go. You know, it's I was going to use it for my foodies out there. It's like a risotto. Like, you need to get up and stir it constantly. Like, you can't sit down and take a break when you're making risotto. You need to be constantly stirring. You need to be at this pot fiddling away and making things happen. All right. And the archetype you guys got, look at that. That's an egg. I don't care who you are. That is an egg. Anyway, sorry. Sorry. So you guys got the village. I actually really like this image. I don't know why. It's just kind of speaking to me. But what's real, like, I'm not even looking at all of that. Like, I literally am just looking right there. Like, it's giving me real, like, Princess of Pentacles vibe. Like, it's that nothing, it's that dirt. Like, this is the seed, the egg. You know, something's about to be born. It's cooking underground, right? And it could even be village because it takes a village. But the village is there for you. If you need something, it's there. You have the connection to it, or you have it already. You just didn't even know it. Like, you were setting all this up for this moment, and then all of a sudden you're like, you know, I really wish I had a. Oh wait, I got one like last week, whatever it is. Pulling things out of thin air right now. But you know, that's kind of what it's talking about. But to me, this village is about the birth of this seed, egg, whatever you see it, however you want to see it. That is fantastic. Oh, I'm so into that. That is fun. I kind of want to look it up in the book just to kind of get some keywords. Just for funs and giggles, why not? But it's definitely, the biggest thing is that it's that seed under the ground. We maybe can't see it yet. We know it's there. We know it's growing. But you know, it hasn't burst through the ground just yet. Oh, I'm like so excited about this. I'm just like, ha, let me add it. Almost there, boom. The hometown, the family, the tribe. I love that. Let's see, intimate, rooted, intergenerational, communal. Makes sense. Village, love that. Yeah, it's really, it's that communal idea, that big picture idea. How is this benefiting all? What type of influence will you have, right? When this kind of develops. I'm trying to think, how do I want to describe this? I feel like the way I want to describe it is slightly not different. Like it's like it's connected and not. It's kind of a weird way to put it. But okay, so you think of a village. I just talked about being communal, right? But I feel like this internally is about this. It's internally about this seed, right? This is where you can grow this and cultivate it, right? Whatever it is we're creating and bringing in. For the true meaning of this card, the village, it's kind of like what those keywords said, the homestead. To me, I think this is like you are the village. You are this space, this safe home, so to speak, to use their words. Because when you think of a village, it's where, like, your hometown. Maybe that might be easier. When you think of your hometown, like, it's always a safe space. Like, you can always go back, to your parents' house, to the same neighborhoods, where you used to play as a kid. There's all these, like, it's always going to be there. Like, your hometown is always going to be your hometown. That it's the same thing for you. Although you may be feeling like things are different and disjointed and separate, and you're not going to go back to the way they are, or where they were, or all that kind of things. But you are the village. You are the homestead. You will always be connected to this because you are it. Right? Now, am I saying when this is all over, things are going to go back to normal? No. But that same familiarity, that same comfort will always be there because you create that. You create that. Like, look at you. This is you fostering this egg, this seed, whatever it is. Whether it's a project, whether it's this familiarity, this comfort level, like, you are this safe space. Right? And you even may be that safe space for the people around you. Something to consider. But to me, this feels a lot more personal. Like, this is your comfort and your security and your kind of safe space. But knowing that you are the safe space. Like, that has not been compromised, never will be compromised, cannot be compromised, because it's you. And you will always be you. I feel like I'm giving you that, like, if A equals B and B equals C, then A must equal C. But it's true. Like, if you equal the village and the village equals safety, you must be safety. You know what I mean? Like, it's very that. Very, very that. Okay. Oh my god, Cancer. Oh, there we go. I am loving this reading. Is there more than one? There is more than one. That's okay, we're going to take them both. Oh, could these be any more Cancer? No, they couldn't. I love it. First one, the Seer. Come on, High Priestess, look at that. Look at that. I even want to get a peek at that image. That is beautiful. Future prospects. Sorry, I need to look at it. Future prospects, decisions to make, seeking guidance. Love that. And look, let me zoom out a little bit. Look at her in her homestead, in her quote unquote village, in her safe place, trying to divine the answers. What should I do next? And the funny thing is, it's almost like she is seeking guidance. Well, she is seeking guidance, right? But yet the guidance is coming from her. Right? Because you look at that, no one else is there. I mean, yes, she's got this like little light being in her hand, but you know, who said that's a separate entity? Who said that's not her intuition? Who said that's not her higher self? There's no one else here. You know what I mean? Like, yes, the seer's connected to spirit, but again, who said we're not an extension of spirit? And then we have the light oh, I didn't even read this! Oh, shut the front door. Love it. And then we have the light priestess. But check out the prompt. I'm going to show you the card again, but I know that was fast. Galactic wisdom, cosmic ritual. I'm over here calling her the high priestess, and you have the light priestess here, talking about cosmic wisdom. Yes, Cancer. So are you receiving guidance right now? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And who is it coming from? The call is coming from in the house. Oh, love, 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 love. So, Cancer, yes. Don't fall for this illusion. It's just that. It is just an illusion. It's not real, right? Because you are connected. You are connected. If you are seeking guidance, how do I make this happen? What do I do about this? Oh God, am I strong enough? Can I make this happen? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. All you have to do is start. All you have to do is act on it. And, you know, and I say this fully meaning, like, let's say you're here, end goal is here. I only know what to do to get to here. That's fine. Just do something. Do something. Just getting the ball rolling will make all the difference. Because here you're already receiving that guidance. You know, we've already confirmed that. So once you start the ball rolling, universe sees what it is you're doing. It's like, okay, let me put a few more hints in the way. Let me send a few more supports her way or his way. Like, it will come. So even if you're like, I don't even know what I'm supposed to do, this is what I can do now, and I'm just going to do it. Do that. That is fine. Beautiful reading, Cancer. Beautiful reading. So again, this is your time. Work on your project. Make it happen. Build it, whatever it is. Oh, I'm excited for what the love reading is going to look like. That should be real fun. Okay, we're going to get some divine guidance before we go. Way too much. I'm actually going to leave that one. We're going to get another one. So I'll show it to you and I'll read it, but the first card out was friends. Prompt: spend more time. Oh, stop it. Spend more time with friends. Share your thoughts with someone who understands you. So to me, that makes me think of what we're talking about, like feeling disconnected, feeling isolated, not surrounded by your tribe. And tribe has come up a couple times. It came up with the village. It's here again with friends. Friends even fell on top of village. Like, you can't even get that any straighter. Hold that up so you guys can see it. You know, so again, if you are feeling that way, if you are kind of falling for the illusion here, call someone up. And honestly, you can, like, you know, we're so technologically advanced now. Like, you could do this over Skype, Facebook Live, you know, or whatever. You know, I'm so not the techie person, but like, you know, just shout out a friend of mine. Like, we're totally gonna do like a virtual happy hour, you know, and get a little group together and watch a movie together and do it over the web. Like, you can do that too. You know, you may not be in the same room, but you can still be connected. You can see their face. You guys can talk. So if you're feeling this way, know that that's an illusion. There are ways around that. There are solutions to that problem. So friends pop up. And then we also got ground. It's time to ground and center your energy. Be truly present in your life. Yes, because you have work to do, Cancer. Yes. So some of you, friends is going to be what helps to ground you. Totally, that is what's going to help break the illusion. Just kind of getting that sense of familiarity. You're like, oh yeah, I'm not alone. They're still there in a different way, but they're still there. I can still reach them, right? Things are normal. Things are the same. Or at least similar, right? So, Cancer, you're in a good place. You really are. I think a lot of what this reading is about breaking through this Five of Cups for those of you who are still kind of like, ooh. And even if you're not feeling that way, don't allow yourself to feel that way. And get to work. This Eight of Pentacles is all about doing the do. And again, even if it's baby steps, if all you can do is baby steps right now, that's fine. Just do baby steps. Nothing wrong with a good baby step. All right? All right, my lovely Cancers, I am going to wrap up your reading there. As always, sending you love, wishing you the best. Again, stay healthy, stay safe, wash your hands, wear your mask, try to stay inside as much as possible. We're all going to make it through this. This is only going to be temporary. Wishing you the best, sending you love, take care, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.